These are the best highlights from today's 2024 LPL Summer Split matchup.
Across the world, really, especially in early levels, has been kind of just full clear. That's sort of your only option when you're playing these AP jungles. Oh, God! Solo kill just gets wrecked.
I'm just wondering, like, was he trying to use the raise bar for the heal on the Q?
I think he just didn't realize Qingtian was about to hit 3. I think that's what happened.
Maybe that, but look at this.
Leave gets under the tower here, and Niket's tanking, forced to flash away. Leave low, but Hacker might
Doggo
go down to the
needs it.
tower here. Leave is looking for a second.
Oh,
Doggo as well. The tower hits onto Doggo, but he survives. The cash-in is there. Minions denied. Like, overall, that's a pretty big win for Ultra Prime, because it just means both side lanes are now under control.
And this enables them to go ahead and get this dragon, get some early stacking going. We are going to be getting to level 6s now, so I think that's something to kind of keep an eye out on. JJ especially going to be a little bit more happy to take some of these fights.
It's going to be difficult to move in and have any significant impact. So Ultra Prime, off of the back of the dive in the bottom side, and off the back of the presence of Qingtian in the top side, finding that solo kill, they'll grab themselves not only the first Drake, but triple grubs as well. This is a phenomenal start for Ultra Prime.
I feel like I haven't seen this kind of trade going down in a while. I mean, they just walked their way to both objectives. Back for it on the map. And this is really awesome to see from EDG, even though solo kill. I feel a little bit of the brunt of the ire there in the top side. Oh.
So Qingtian locked up now with the Pyroclasm there as well. He's just going to burn up. Tried to get underneath the tower. They've got to try their best. Qingtian moves up to stop Leave pushing, but with Leave on the top side, I mean, this is just going to be 2 Drakes for Ultra Prime, right? Leave can't TP. Qingtian doesn't have his online either, but Prime gets away from Yuakai. Death charge.
No rocket jump.
A bit of a weird engage from EDG. Finds a hook though. Denied by Niket, and I mean, they've managed to find a lot of damage of EDG. They lost a player for it.
I will give them the benefit of the doubt in the fact that they were trying to punish Yuakai where he didn't have the rocket jump and he used it so aggressively forward. But yeah, just best laid plans once again. They do end up getting that denial, so at least there won't be the grub again. But this also gives Ultra Prime a little bit more presence around the objective down here for the dragon. Yeah,
this will be a Drake for Ultra Prime. I don't know, when your bum's wiggling like that, it gives you a little bit of extra air force behind you. Hacker grabs himself that second Drake.
On first items now for majority members too.
So Crying finally gets that tower down. And that's the first tower of the game, EDG.
And I love they bring up Crying a little bit. Obviously a pretty well-known name in LPL, but also if you think back to a couple years ago, he was actually a core piece of the 2022 Ultra Pride roster itself. So kind of cool to see him having a really good start to the series here, even if it harkens back to a couple years back in the relationship. But it is also a point where Ultra Prime have so much more to play for, so much more on the line for them in this one.
Bit of a gap in my memory for this player. But either way, he certainly stepped up today, and he's looking to get himself a second tower. That's a lot of gold that's just being funneled into this Corki. Crying could be a real problem.
And move to that objective here.
All right, tier 1 down. They got the 3 grubs, but it was 2 Drakes for Ultra Prime to start us off, and now with a 3rd Drake spawning, EDG used the Herald to get that mid-prio and move towards the Drake to start that one off. You can see up in the top side, Yuakai is going to grab the tier 1. So we've traded
tier 2
in terms of towers, but
solo kill did go to answer over in that split lane push by Yuakai. EDG in the end though, they're going to get that dragon. So denying that early stacking by Ultra Prime, but again, the fact that Ultra Prime got the first 2 dragons in the first place is good enough for them.
If we beat IG with any score, then Ultra Prime will qualify. And if they beat EDG 2-1 today, and IG beats, and WE beat IG 2-0, and Ultra Prime will qualify. There we go. We've run through it all. Qingtian
got it.
Caught out in the bottom side, and Ultra Prime just see that as a go sign. Qingtian gonna buy as much time as he can while the rest of the team run at the Baron. TP now to the top side as Leave wants to try and stop this in its tracks. 3K on the Baron. Ultra Prime, they look like they want to commit to this one, but the smite's not there, and Crying gets the Baron. It's a kill onto Hacker, and it's a disaster for Ultra Prime.
Impactful play of the game so far. as the Baron taken by EDG. They're also going to get another Mountain Dragon, a tier 2 in mid lane, and they have just blown open this lead. Wink's even going to find a little engage on the Uakai, who doesn't have a lot of mana, but the Baron buff is up here, and they can continue pushing. It's even more out of their hands. It's in like a second other person's hands. Yeah. I don't know how you go further into that.
In some ways, it is in their hands, in that if they win this series, they keep it alive. If they lose this series, they are just out of the running. So it's in their hands to some extent. Solo kill just gets a huge trade on to Uakai. True shot barrage.
Oh!
Flashed away from at the last possible second there by Uakai. Uakai having a rough game for himself on the Tristana.
Where are these flashes of brilliance coming from our teams? I mean, EDG are on a little bit of a run here. Obviously, this is their last series, but I think the fact that we're seeing some really big step ups from some teams that have been struggling in these last couple days is the LPL.
With EDG, it brings up the question to me, like, how much was this a mental thing? Was this just the pressure now that they're out of the running suddenly? They can find these fights, although, I say that, Wink has gone down. But it'll be 2 inhibs anyway, so I think EDG will be happy sacrificing a Nautilus for 2 inhibs.
Utilizing this as well and playing off some of the strengths they built for themselves early on in this game, but look at this.
Doggo got a cash in off the back of that. He's still only 2.5 items, and his top lane is dead, so I don't know.
He's chosen by either side. We have seen what Corki and Ezreal can do, and they're putting the siege on thick here in the top side. They want to end this game, Munch.
Well, EDG, they played a pretty slow and steady game, and it feels like it's worked beautifully for them. Playing at max range, Cryan. You say that, like, how can Ultra Prime even punish him? They know Uakai's in base, they know that Qingtian's bot. Like, even if Doggo's there, Wink's pretty tanky at this point. I feel like he's fine to just walk into the enemy jungle pretty much with impunity.
As we see him do right in front of our very eyes, it is to the Baron, and this could be the nail in the coffin for Ultra Prime in this game, number 1. They wanted a clean one. I mean, and we'll still be able to take it out here, but it's unfortunate that now the siege is going to be even harder.
I'm a little disappointed in Ultra Prime that they've not just tried to throw something. Hacker still a ways away from that death cap.
I'm a little worried for Hacker's damage count after this one. We might need to black that one off the screen, but here we go.
Requiem comes down. Might be the first one I remember seeing of the game as Wink is chunked. He's burning. The shield comes through at the last second.
Matter.
Look at that. It's an absolute wash. Clean ace for EDG. And Ultra Prime left spinning at the end of game number 1. I believe in the early stages, it's Corki that will get Cryo in the mid lane here for EDG. But I'm looking towards the junglers in the early pathing. If JJ can answer Hacker's potential threat on the bottom side.
I actually wanted to highlight a little bit of the pathing from JJ because he ended up going for the blue Gromp first so that he could path away from the strength that Ultra Prime were representing the bot side. Ends up going to the enemy jungle over here, but Hacker looking for a play on the other side again.
Leave the target, flashed on, rooted, will be taken down. That's a cash-in for Doggo as well. A kill for Wink, but it does not matter. Smolder is denied his wave. He does have TP.
He's going to have a ton of the engage setup for the team with his Meganar. Obviously, Niket on the other side will as well. But we're looking all bodies down bot side here. Hacker has returned to the well.
We're going again. Leave doesn't have his flash. He's going to be rooted. He's going to be finished off. It's a kill for Hacker this time around, who's trying to flash away to safety, but he goes down himself. Here comes Uakai. Re-dive would be difficult, though. As Doggo's cutting off the wave. Another set of minions on their way. JJ just desperately trying to clear as fast as he can.
It does come with a little bit of payback there, but they are able to get the opposite side play now as we go back to live.
I think the nice thing for EDG there is, A, JJ gets himself a kill. It's always good to be ahead early on the Nidalee and just kind of evening up for the fact that Hacker got the kill onto leave. But also the fact that Uakai actually committed to roaming down. Cryan did, right? So Cryan, so they got the first 3 for themselves. They're looking for the next 3 as well. That's going to be 6 groups for Ultra Prime, pretty much uncontested. Solo kill on the tower. This is a dangerous part of the map for Uakai to be in because Solo kill's under the tower right now, but look at the rest of the cavalry on their way. Solo kill is just going to pull the wave so that the next minion wave arrives. Uakai realizes he's got to get out and Dodge tries to TP! Every bit of CC thrown and none of it lands, and it means Ultra Prime get the top tower, and they pressure mid.
Oh my god, 1,000 possibilities and only one that mattered. Yukai, he gets a massive play here, gets the first turret on the top side, stops any more gold from going on the bot side. They will lose some more plates here, but Ultra Prime with some map moves and now on mid lane.
Wing forced to flash away by the Stranglethorns. They got the top tower, and they're actually pressuring the top tier too. Ultra Prime are just buying time in the mid lane here. This is not real pressure. Solo kill TP's up, but it's too late. Yukai and Qingtian share the gold. 1,000 gold lead for Qingtian as well as a minor lead for Yukai in the mid lane. That'll be a second Drake for EDG, so silver lining there, but it does feel like Ultra Prime are well and truly in control for the time being. Try and make that happen. Doggo's desperate to finish this tower. It's low, and with Qingtian here too, that'll be all three tier ones taken as Yukai finishes the bot lane.
The play, because now they can just take the Riptail for free.
Is Yukai just not confident to take the fight there? I feel like he must know that Cryan is in one of the brushes or in the alcove, right? Like, I don't know. Either way, Herald, now the target for EDG. They can't quite get the eye. There it is.
Oh,
Herald taken, but TP from Yukai takes a huge chunk before he goes. He'll still survive. Either Herald denied from EDG, but Ultra Prime won't get anything either.
Side of Ultra Prime kind of get them away from that one, but still really big pickups from EDG. We've said they bought themselves a little bit of time.
They won't have to flash or anything here. I wasn't sure how big of a commitment Ultra Prime would make to this. Whenever there's a smolder on the screen, if you can get yourself a cheeky engage, soften the play. Doggo, he cleansed a second too early. He got stunned anyway. And in goes Wing to try and start the fight, and down goes Wing after the fight starts. Qingtian misses the ultimate, but still gets the kill. Solo kill by Space in the backside of the play. This is an absolute mess of a fight, and it ends 2 for 2.
Roll their fades here, at least tonight, and they need to pull it back against EDG, who have nothing left to play for, who have at times in this split been a catastrophe on the Rift and off the Rift.
Doggo's just going to solo the Drake.
Bloodthirster, baby.
Yeah, he's got Bloodthirster, as you say. Too easy. And his Infinity Edge, not far away either, I imagine. On a recall, he'll be able to finish that one off.
And I think we're seeing a lot better use of their resources for Ultra Prime in this second game. They're going to use those resources right now to just force a Baron, though.
Baron started. Mom called, but it does pretty much nothing. And Niket looks for an engage instead, but Niket is gone. EDG find the first kill of the fight. Qingtian close to Megan up. Close isn't good enough. Stranglethorns to try and disengage the fight. Solo kill. Realizes he's gone too deep for this one, but the all-out Qingtian flips it. And Ultra Prime are getting taken apart. EDG with a 2-0, punishing the Baron attempt. Fine, slowing things down as much as they possibly can. They got the first 2 Drakes, so there's no Drake win condition anytime soon. And now trying to TP onto Qingtian. A flash to get the slow from solo kill. Cryan moving over as well. Qingtian forced to flash it in the meantime. Doggo is caught on the top side. Leave gets some damage down. The
225
to find one. Doggo low but not going down. It's a pick on the top side for Ultra Prime. Actually just walks away again. He somehow keeps surviving these side lane plays, and now Ultra Prime use that pressure to try and take over the top side. Leave has TP as well as in goes solo kill, and out goes solo kill. Barely surviving.
He's dead.
And the laser will finish the job. Ultra Prime, they find themselves a pick, but with Leave here, I don't think they can commit to a Baron Solar Flare. Onto Yukai. EDG have done enough to dissuade the play.
They have. They are losing side lane now. Trying to find an answer into that one will be important. But honestly, Ultra Prime, the split second turns onto the Baron as soon as they see any side lane play coming down onto Qingtian. I think it's been a really good series of events for Ultra Prime. Even if Doggo's been getting caught, their decision-making is starting to shine through a little bit.
They could have another chance here with Qingtian having TP, but Cryan moves down to match. Oh yeah, they are just going to start this one off again because there's no vision in here. Okay, blue trinket comes in. JJ over the wall. This is a
low here.
It's a little dicey for Ultra Prime, honestly. Health bars are low. JJ is in the area, so it could end up being a 50-50. They're being poked away, and Leave is here on the smolder. Big damage on Niket. He has to flash to safety. We're going to have a 50-50 in the pit. Hacker is at the back of the pit, but JJ is the one to get the Baron. Cryan goes down to Doggo, but Leave has the damage to find the execute. One more axe would do the job, but Doggo's the laser, and Solo Kill finds another one. Yukai stepping up as Solo Kill, tanking, finds the Q3 trying to survive, and the spear dissuades it. They are out of playoffs contention. This series means nothing but pride to EDG.
Oh my god!
Oh my lord, that damage! Mum flies in and sets up for leave. Cryin arrives, and EDG, their last series of the split, they want to go out in style.
And they're doing it. They have carved this lead back from Ultra Prime. They're only down a couple thousand now. They have taken advantage of every misstep that Doggo has had. And now they find themselves a soul, a Hextech soul on top of that. I think I feel the tides have shifted. And I think I start hearing the tears weeping for Ultra Prime.
Ultra Prime have been ahead almost this entire game, and in fact, in terms of gold, they are still actually ahead by 1,000.
To not being drugged down to the dirt like EDG. And we'll see if they can get themselves out of this one. The Baron is still up for 20. They are sieging down so heavily, and this is going to be lasting damage to Ultra Prime's base.
Hacker caught by the solar flare.
Oh!
Just burned to a cinder. That's what happens when a dragon meets a plant right there. Cryin the one to finish the kill at the end as EDG moved to the mid lane. I think that might be all she wrote. EDG managed to find a little bit of redemption. It's too late for them in terms of playoffs, but at least they finish this split out with a win. And man, it's just so sad for Ultra Prime that it might end like this after things started so well for them. Feels like it's slowly but surely falling apart. But NIP, Weibo managed to redeem themselves in that group and find their way into the upper group. And Ultra Prime, unfortunately, struggling now in Group Nirvana against the ropes. At least the positive side is they won't have a really stressful IG versus WE tomorrow because it won't matter at all to them. Cryin just trades his life.
Man.
As Ultra Prime desperately trying to hold on to their third inhibitor. 1 for 1 there. The inhib will fall though, and I think the Nexus might be next.
It's looking like the doom spiral for Ultra Prime. They got so close to the sun, but ended up being burned. Qingtian can't find another one.
What can you do? They're just clearing waves, and to be fair, they're pretty good at clearing waves at this point. It does feel like EDG is sort of struggling to actually finish this game out. 30 seconds until Baron comes up. That is a nice little spear coming through.
That ever been the case?
Yeah, he's not had a fun time, has he? That's Baron though for EDG. And if 6 supers wasn't enough, 6 supers and Baron, that might just be the ticket.
They are sitting in the mud and they are grabbing the ankles of Ultra Prime and pulling them right down into it.
That crab mentality, and they kept feeling the claws. EDG charge on forwards. The peak of evolution is the crustacean, and EDG going full crab mode today as they pull Ultra Prime back into the bucket. Neither team will make playoffs. EDG have decreed as the Nexus will fall a small silver lining.
These were some of the best highlights from today's 2024 LPL Summer Split matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.